What up, everyone? Even though the title says Diddy, this is not Diddy. This is bigger than Diddy. This is not about Diddy. This is bigger than Diddy. I know that a lot of y'all saying that this man is guilty, that he deserved to be in jail, that he did this, he did that. Well, you know, this is America, and we are a law of Constitution. Constitution said one, there's a law to due process. So you have a presumption of innocent and a presumption of guilt, but you innocent until found guilty. We understand due process also allows you to get a bail. You can bail yourself out of prison. Everybody talking about Diddy, but this is bigger than Diddy. The fact that you got 45, Donald Trump, with 34 convictions, felony convictions, out free. You got African-American men who got bails. That's $1,000, $2,000. You got people who commit way lesser crime, alleged drug dealers, alleged meth dealers, alleged pimps, alleged human traffickers. All this is alleged, and they got no bail. And you got people who get one charge and get an exorbitant amount of bail money placed on their name. Or some of them don't get bail at all. But this brother, Donald Trump, got 6 charges all over the world, different states. That is bigger than Diddy. That is a disparity, that is discrimination, that is partiality. You know, it's not impartial, it's unfair, and it happens only amongst black men. Everyone got to understand that the charges that Diddy is being charged with, everybody that ever had a bachelor party, everybody that flew women across the state line, everybody that ever dealt with prostitutes on whatever level is now subjected to a RICO case if you do it more than once, and they can consider to be a continued criminal enterprise. That's bigger than Diddy. They're setting a precedent that far supersede the arm of justice, the law. And they're making it easy for people who may be just doing what people have been doing for years to get away with something. This is bigger than Diddy. Diddy once had the key to the city, New York City to be exact. His key was stripped from him because he was charged or alleged to be involved in sex trafficking and human trafficking. Newsflash, the first human traffickers were the slave masters that brought our ancient forefathers over here from Africa. Yet, George Washington and Jackson, one on a $20 bill and one on a $100 bill, they ain't stripped them for being on a dollar bill. They ain't stripped them for being on a $20 bill, and they were complicit in the transatlantic slave trade. They actually had slaves. George Washington had slaves. And even in the case of Dred Scott was a brother that had ran away, got his freedom. When he got his freedom, he came back to America, and he said that he's now a free slave. He bought his freedom, and the judges, the Supreme Court ruled that no black man have any rights that a white man is due to respect. And each one of these justices were slave owners. So according to the law, they were supposed to recuse themselves, but they didn't. This is bigger than Diddy. If Diddy can get the key to the city, take it back, then George Washington and Jackson should be taken off of the $20 bill and the $5 bill, and the $20 bill and the $1 bill. Also, Dr. Umar Johnson talked about sex trafficking. He said this is a sex trafficking case. This ain't got nothing to do with no other charges. He said it's sex trafficking, so therefore, you know, we need to be talking about sex trafficking. And they say sex trafficking and human trafficking got something to do with pimping. P. Diddy was not pimping. They said he was spending loads of cash. That means he was tricking. You know, they should come up with a charge called trick trafficking, because it ain't sex trafficking, it ain't human trafficking, and pimping ain't human trafficking. These are made up laws that they make in order to bring down political prisoners. Any black man doing well in America is a political prisoner. And y'all say, well, that's kind of racist. No, that's not racist. It's systemic racism and white supremacy. You can see white supremacy written all over the laws. You know, if it wasn't white supremacy and white folks didn't have privileges, why would Donald Trump, who didn't offer any money, be out on bail, and Puffy offered $50 million? This is bigger than Diddy. We got to understand that it's bigger than Diddy. You know, Joe Brown said that he read the transcripts and the indictment thoroughly. He said in that indictment, they don't say co-conspirators, they don't say victims, they say witnesses. Witnesses to what? Dr. Joe Brown said that they sent witnesses to protect people. There's more to it than Diddy. This is bigger than Diddy. They got videos. Videos of who? Videos of what? Judge Joe Brown talk about incommunicado. Incommunicado, when they put you in a cell. They put you on the suicide watch. We know what happened to Epstein when they put him on the suicide watch. We know how that go. He ultimately commits suicide or ultimately was murdered. You know, is they trying to get rid of Diddy? They trying to kill Diddy. You know, because Diddy know too much. You know, I want to be the devil advocate. I want to get the other side of the game because, you know, I did something about 6 or 7 months ago. I talked about Bill Cosby. I talked about Mike Tyson. I talked about R. Kelly. And I said that it is a attack on black leadership and black enterprises. You know, even though these guys may or may not been complicit, they may have committed a crime, they may have not committed a crime. The way the law is going about persecuting them, adding these pimp charges and these RICO charges was originally were made for organized crime. We know that ain't nothing organized about R. Kelly. Ain't nothing organized about P. Diddy. Because if he was organized, he wouldn't have moved the way he moved. Real gangsters move in silence. Everybody knew about the Diddy parties. Everybody knew what Diddy was doing. This is bigger than Diddy. This is an attack on black empowerment. It's to emasculate the black man. It's to take the black man, you know, down. You got to remember, when they take Kanye and Diddy and all these brothers off the map as being billionaires, that's less imagery that we have for our children. Our children need to see this. They need to see African Americans doing well. And I know a lot of y'all get great vengeance and y'all feel it's a form of retribution to see somebody do bad that's been doing well so long. Because you say, by the time he or she feel what I feel, that by the time they know what it's like to eat mayonnaise sandwiches, sandwich with ketchup on it, they know what it's like to be a rats and roaches and to live in the projects and be in the hood. And now he got to feel what everybody else feel. He got to feel the suffering. That's cool. You can feel less. You're entitled to your opinion. But you got to remember, your son could be the next person that blow in the hood. And he's going to get this same attack. Like I said, man, why are we putting all these crazy charges on people who we know that's doing the same thing that people have been doing for years? The reason why is because they want Diddy's money. They mad because Diddy decided to sue Ciroc. It's bigger than Diddy. If you go against the powers that be, they will punish you. And you got to remember, this is how they do it. All of them are members of Skull and Bones. They are Masons. They are Illuminatis. They are part of these elaborate organizations. They went to Yale. They went to Harvard. They went to Princeton, Oxford. They all went to the same schools. You know, they're part of the same fraternities. Not the hip-hop fraternity, though. They're not a part of the hip-hop fraternity. That's us. That's for us, by us. But they're part of these same fraternities. And they plot and they scheme. And really, you know, ultimately, is they're going to discredit the brother. They're going to destroy him. You know, and that's crazy. Demonize him. Those are the 3 Ds that Byron Allen talk about. Discredit, destroy, and demonize. They did it to Malcolm. They did it to Martin Luther King. They did it to Minister Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, Noble Drew Ali. They did it to all. They do it to all of our great leaders. They did it to Bill Cosby. They did it to Mike Tyson. They did it to Suge Knight. Look at Suge Knight. billions of dollars, millions of dollars stripped from overnight on a default judgment. It's bigger than P. Diddy. So you can look at P. Diddy, but what I want y'all to look at more than anything else is look at the problem. And make sure you go get my book. That's right, my book at audible.com. Type my name, Pimpin Ken, and the books will come up. All right, man. Thank y'all for listening, man. And I'm going to be giving out more classes. So y'all stay tuned. Peace.